I haven't got a clue if anyone's going to watch this video, I really don't, but if I can help one person out within this, then it's better than nothing in my opinion. This video was influenced by the passing of Luke Sando, unfortunately. Now, I don't know how he died. I know a lot of people are going to be like, he didn't die this, he fucking died of roid rage and all this fucking shit, he fucking roids. I generally don't know. But what I can do is I can relate to kind of bodybuilding, loneliness, mental health, all that side of things, and how I've kind of overcame that. So if this video is something that interests you, then continue watching. If you don't, fucking switch off. I don't give a fuck. I'll link a video, I don't know, it's either going to be up here or up here, because last time I put it up here or somewhere and it was the opposite side. So either one, there's going to be a video linked up here to a video when I was at university, and I kind of explained, first time I ever spoke to anyone about my issues at university and how I became really lonely because I was so driven about, or so focused about bodybuilding. When you're a student, you know, I wasn't that type of geezer to, oh, fucking call in the packet, let's get the Charlie in, you know, on the weekends, let's fucking go, boys, yes, fucking do this, fucking do that. I mean, yeah, I had a good laugh. I did have my moments where I was like that to fit in. That generally isn't me. I'm not that geezer who goes fucking call in the packet, you know, fucking do this, yes, fucking get the birds, yeah. I'm not that type of person. I'm more of, lets me have a good old wank, go to bed and wake up, get my good 7-8 hours of sleep, and I can go train the next day. That's the type of person I was, and still am today, believe it or not. Obviously when I was at uni, I'm not going to tell the full story, but you can watch the video, either one up here, where I was really lonely, got really lonely because I didn't have many friends and I was 100 miles away from home, so I couldn't really just go home every single day to see my parents or be around someone. It really did take a toll on me, where I did become actually a little bit suicidal, believe it or not. I never went to the point of actually trying to kill myself, but I did have these thoughts in my head which were like almost like demons, as Luke Sando we used to say. During this lockdown period, of course, we aren't allowed to see friends and family. You know, we're meant to stay at home. Majority of us anyway. Most people fucking out and about. You go out and fucking there's whole family out together and think, what's going on here? Most of us are locked down right now. Some people actually live on their own, you know, and don't get to see friends or family because they're locked down, been in the house for fucking 7 weeks now. When you're alone, we've all done it, your head goes fucking skits. The amount of shit that I think about when I'm sitting there on my own, I think, what the fuck is going on here? You know, you go absolutely bonkers in your head. You're waffling in your head. Sometimes that's too much. Sometimes you need to be around people to get that off your mind, if that makes sense. This relates back to obviously when I was at university, where I would sit in my room on my own and I would just cry and talk to myself, just have all these thoughts in my head, and it just wasn't right. It really wasn't right. Mental health and being on your own, being locked down, it's difficult. It's really difficult because in those situations you always think that you're the only one suffering within it. Believe it or not, you're not. You're really not. Like, I hope you watch this video and you can relate to the things that I say, and I hope that makes you feel better, because that's the thing which I did, which I'll talk about a little bit later. I thought I was the only one going through all this shit. I thought no one else understands the thought process in my head. But once I started to speak to people about it, it actually became very relatable, and a lot of people actually thought, hang on, I'm in the exact same situation as you, George. And as bad as it sounds, it made me start to feel a little bit better, because I knew I wasn't the only one going through this and I had other people suffering with me. As bad as that sounds, it made me feel better. The best thing you can do is speak. I'm a proper like, I don't want to fucking talk about my feelings, I'm fucking a man, you know, fucking do this, yeah, I don't want to do that. No, I hide my feelings away. I feel like a fucking pussy when I did it. Honestly, when I sat down, spoke to the camera, I cried afterwards, felt like a fucking little boy. I was like, am I really going to upload this to YouTube and show people that I'm fucking depressed and lonely and on my own? I think, fuck this, I'll show, I can deal with this on my own. The reality was, I couldn't. I really couldn't deal with this on my own. The best thing I did was, like I mentioned, the best thing I did was talk. I made a YouTube video about it, and I had so many comments on it, so many likes, and people were like, George, I totally relate to you. I was getting messages on Instagram, that stuff like that. I was quite blown away by it, in all honesty, and it did make me feel really, really good about myself in some sort of way. And what I did in that time is I actually booked in with like some counsellor, or counselling, whatever you want to fucking call it. At university, they do provide that sort of thing at uni, and I went in and I spoke to some woman, did a couple of sessions with her, spoke about how I felt, and she said it was totally normal, like, you're not the first to come in this year and stuff like that. I opened up about how I felt, and I explained the situation, which you can find out what happened in one of these videos, whichever one I link. I've fucking done a few already, I don't know what I'm linking, but it's going to be up there, or you're going to be downloading the description or whatever. And I spoke about it. She gave me like therapy, she told me what to do, she told me to try and socialise with others, be around others, things like that. And ever since when I left university, I met my girlfriend. Ever since then I haven't looked back, so I actually really do give a lot of credit to my girlfriend. Probably not enough. She did a lot for me. She really, I found that person that would just just understand me and allow me to be who I am, because I can be a bit of a weird cunt sometimes. I don't show it too much on camera. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I try and keep a little bit professional on camera, but behind closed doors I can be fucking childish. I can be myself. Shit, I wear blue light blockers at night. She accepts me for that. Imagine your missus walking in thinking, what the fuck are you wearing those orange glasses for before you go to bed? She accepts it, man. And she allows me to be myself and allows me to express myself, and I have to really thank her for that, because she got me out of that hole when I did finish university, because I was in a bit of a mess, especially my last year at uni. I really did struggle. Anyway, going off a completely different subject there, but fighting your battles on your own is not the way forward. Like with the Luke Sanders, I think, like I said, I don't know how he passed away. However, I know it was quite a lot to do with, you know, mental health. I know that he was seeing therapists and stuff like that. Fighting your own battles is not the way forward. Actually being open, it might make you feel weaker, but that actually makes you feel stronger. You will come out of it on the other side. It's something which is getting very big now, especially in bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is a very lonely sport. Like my competition prep last year, I had to sacrifice a lot of my relationship to get where I wanted to be. Probably too much, in all fairness. It was my first ever prep. I was really nervous, really scared. I didn't want to, you know, fuck up or anything like that, and I did fuck up to a degree. I did ruin a bit of my relationship for that. But you have to kind of sacrifice that side of things, and bodybuilding is a very lonely sport. Very lonely. Like, you can't go out on the weekends and do this and do that every single day, you know. You have to be quite regimented to your routine. You have to say no sometimes in order for you to want to be the best, because I know a lot of people want to be the best version of themselves. You have to be doing what the best will be doing, and the best won't be going out all the time. The best won't be doing this, won't be doing that. They are very bodybuilding focused, and unfortunately sometimes when you are like that, it does fuck you up in the head a little bit. It really does. It does make you overthink a lot of things, and you sit there at night, as I mentioned earlier, and you think a load of fucking shit in your head. You're thinking, why am I thinking about this? I don't normally think about this. Try and surround yourself with people. Try and have that little group which you have. Like, do I speak to anyone from school anymore? Off the top of my head, no, I don't. I don't have any friends from school, believe it or not. I have more friends online than I do in real life. The only good friend I have, my best friend, is Nathan and my missus. I have no one else. I speak to no one else. My circle is fucking small because everyone else is very, you know, going off in their own life, which is totally fine. You know, some people, like most of my friends, and I go, fuck, they don't listen to this shit. But a lot of people, they go on a packet on the weekends, want to, you know, neck 10 beers and go and fucking beat people up. I don't want to do that shit, you know. I don't want to do that. That's not me. So that's why I don't socialise with any of that lot anymore, because they just went completely different ways, and I didn't like that route. But what you can do, and what I would like you to do, is just, obviously in this lockdown period when you're on your own, you're not seeing your family, your friends as often, just drop them a text, man. Like, drop your mates, drop your whoever, nan or I don't know, fuck knows. Just drop them a message and ask if they're okay, because believe it or not, that little message that you can drop them can make a huge difference, can really make a huge difference. Just ask how they are, how they're getting on, even FaceTime them, or, you know, have a group Zoom fucking chat or whatever, meeting, whatever they call it. Ask how they are, because life can change very, very quickly. Like with the Luke Sand, I didn't think he'd fucking pass away. He would be the last person I ever thought to pass away from, like, mental health side of things. He looked totally fine, like, on camera, like me, totally fine. I would never showcase I mean, sometimes I have, but I would never showcase how low I would be. I'd always put a front on. I was very good at putting a front on camera, but despite my insides fucking killing me inside and wanted to kill myself, jump out a window. So I was very good at that, and a lot of people are good at hiding it. But if you're in that situation where you're fucking up here going loopy, talking to yourself, lonely, or whatever mental health issue you have, fucking speak about it, because it'll be the best thing you ever do. It's fucking shit. It's sad. It's not a manly thing to do, especially if you're a male, that is. It's not a manly thing to do, talk about your feelings, but it will change your life and it will make you feel better, and there's help out there, and you don't have to fight your battles on your own. You really don't. Stop fighting battles on your own. It doesn't achieve anything. It doesn't accomplish anything. It's something that you really should do, and don't be scared of doing it. I know it's much easier said than done, but there are people out there which will listen, and let's be honest, I would much rather listen to you than turn up to your fucking funeral. So please, if you are in that situation, talk, and people will fucking listen. Trust me, I will listen. Anyone will listen. Even if I don't know you, I will listen. So yeah, that's what I wanted to really touch upon right now, because I know a lot of people in lockdown, well, most of us, you know, 7 weeks in lockdown right now, very bored, very much surrounded by ourselves most of the time, especially if you're living on your own. It's a devastating time of year to be alone. And obviously bodybuilding as well is a very lonely sport. It can fuck you up. That's what I really wanted to cover this morning. Just give some sort of, I don't know, not help, but, you know, some sort of recommendations for people to, if they are struggling, to speak out about it, and it will make a big difference. That's how I've recovered from it, if you want to call it that. I've never looked back since. I've never thought about killing myself ever again. I don't intend to ever again. I've overcome it, and there's always light at the end of the tunnel. That's the most important thing to remember. Despite you thinking all that negativity and there's no way you getting out of this, remember that there always is light at the tunnel, and unfortunately you have to go fucking down to come back up. You have to, what can I fucking say? The tunnel is never straight. It always goes off one side, you know, it's never just straight forward, unfortunately. You have to go through different barriers in order for you to get to the end of the tunnel. But don't give up, you know, there are people around you that will help. I know I'm waffling here. I hope that video kind of helps. I hope everyone's safe and everyone's well with mental health side of things as well. Talk. Just fucking talk, because it will make a big difference. Support your family, your loved ones, the people that are close to you. You know, if you've got really close friends that you haven't spoke to in a couple of weeks because of lockdown, fucking message them right now. Ask if they're okay, how they're getting on, what they've been doing. Obviously, I ain't been doing much apart from wanking into a sock. But ask what they're doing, and just that little message can make a huge difference to their day, because you don't know what a lot of people are going through behind closed doors. I definitely don't, and a lot of people didn't know that about me. My parents didn't even know fucking about it because I used to keep it a secret. But believe me, a lot goes on behind closed doors more than you know. Anyway, I'm gonna end it on a positive note. I hope all is okay. Lots of love. Make sure you're killing your training, your lockdown. I'm in the garage. Go back to train. I shall speak to you guys in a bit.